I have a feeling a lot of us have stopped questioning subscriptions. We just accept them. $10 here, $20 there. Another monthly payment for a tool we can't live without. But recently I started wondering how many of these services are actually worth paying for. So I made a list of all the paid tools a typical 5-person development team might use. Most of these are tools that I've personally used or that my own team has used. The total comes to $515.30 per month. That might not sound like a lot at first, but it adds up to over $6,000 every year. Or you could replace each of them with self-hosted alternatives running on a single server that costs around $9 per month. If you've been following my channel for a while, you probably know I don't like wasting time. I'm all about automation. Normally, installing all of these tools would take you a few hours, but I've put together a setup that gets everything up and running automatically in just a few minutes. So first, if you don't already have a server, I recommend getting one using the Hostinger link in the description. The KVM2 plan is more than enough to run all of the tools I'll show you in this video. You'll also get a free domain if you go for 12 or 24 months plan. I'll choose 24 just because I know I'll use it for 2 years and it has a better price. You can choose any server location you prefer, and for the application, just leave Docker selected. Before you click continue, don't forget to use my coupon code SOFTS WEB10 for an extra 10% off. You'll save a bit more on your server and I'll earn a small commission that helps support the channel. Then sign in with your Google or GitHub account, complete the setup by choosing a root password, and claim your free domain. In my case, I got softsweb.cloud. Make sure you create a wildcard DNS record for your domain. That way, all the subdomains for the self-hosted services can be configured automatically without any additional DNS changes later on. Next, go to the VPS tab and copy the IP address assigned to your server. Open a terminal and connect to it using the SSH command. Then go to the GitHub repository, copy its URL, and clone it onto your server using git clone. Once that's done, move into the project directory. The first thing you'll need to do is to copy and open the env file. Here, you'll need to set your domain and an email address to receive notifications from Let's Encrypt about your SSL certificates. Some of the tools also use your server's time zone, so make sure to set that as well. If there are any services you don't want to install, simply set them to false. Another useful option lets you define custom subdomains if, for any reason, you don't want to use the default ones. Everything else can be left as is. The installation script will automatically generate all the secrets and passwords it needs. Once you're done, save the file and exit. Now make the install script executable and run it. The installation can take a few minutes, so go grab a coffee and come back later. Once it's finished, you should see a screen similar to this one, but with your own domain and subdomains. Now let's go through each service one by one and see what we've just deployed. The first one is Gitea. This is my replacement for GitHub. It gives you private repositories, pull requests, issues, releases, and pretty much everything you'd expect from a Git hosting platform. Notice that it already knows its own domain. All of that was configured automatically during the installation, so I don't have to touch a single setting. All I have to do is click Install Gitea. A few moments later, and it's ready. It offers almost everything GitHub does, but it's completely free, open source, and much lighter on system resources. Next is Plain. This is a complete replacement for Jira. Once you create an account, you'll have access to projects, boards, sprints, issues, and everything you need to manage your team's work. One thing you might notice is that some of the terminology is a bit different. For example, sprints are called cycles and tickets are called work items. But after just a few minutes of exploring the interface, you'll feel right at home. It's clean, modern, and very intuitive to use. This is Docmost, and it replaces Notion. It gives you docs, wikis, and a complete knowledge base for your team. You can create your own workspace, and that's it. From now on, all the documentation lives somewhere you actually own, not on someone else's servers. Mattermost is my replacement for Slack. If you've used Slack before, you'll feel right at home. You get channels, direct messages, threads, file sharing, and everything you'd expect from a team chat platform. The workflow is almost identical, except there's no monthly subscription per user, and all of your conversations stay on infrastructure you control. Now let's look at N8N, my replacement for Zapier. This is where all the automation happens. You can connect apps, build workflows, move data between services, and automate almost anything without writing much code. I'll create the owner account, and that's it. Instead of paying per task like with Zapier, I can run as many automations as my server can handle. Now let's look at cal.com, my replacement for Calendly. It handles booking links, scheduling, availability, meeting types, and everything you'd expect from a modern scheduling tool. Once you have an account, people can start booking meetings through your own branded scheduling page without paying a monthly subscription. Now let's look at Vaultwarden, my replacement for Bitwarden. It's fully compatible with the official Bitwarden apps and browser extensions, so you don't have to learn anything new. I get the exact same experience as Bitwarden, except all of my passwords are stored on my own server, not someone else's. Now let's look at NocoDB, my replacement for Airtable. It turns almost any database into a clean spreadsheet-style interface that you can use to build apps, manage data, and collaborate with your team. I have a powerful database with no row limits, no per-seat pricing, and complete control over my data. GlitchTip is my replacement for Sentry. It handles error tracking and is fully compatible with the Sentry SDK, so your existing applications can send crashes and exceptions to it without any code changes. Once you add a project, every production error gets captured, logged, and organized on infrastructure that I actually own. Uptime Kuma is my replacement for UptimeRobot. It continuously monitors all my websites and services, and the moment something goes down, I get notified. It can even generate beautiful public status pages. Add a domain you want to monitor, and that's it. I now have 24/7 monitoring for this endpoint, without paying another monthly subscription. Now let's look at Umami, my replacement for Google Analytics. It's a clean, lightweight, privacy-friendly analytics platform that gives you all the traffic insights you actually need, without tracking your visitors across the web. Add a website and paste a single tracking script into my site. That's it. From now on, I have complete analytics running on my own server while keeping my visitors' data private. And finally, Formbricks, my replacement for Typeform. It lets you create forms, surveys, and feedback widgets, all while keeping the responses on your own infrastructure. And that's the whole stack. 12 tools, one server, one command. Now, do you need all 12? Probably not, and that's the best part. The script is yours. Before you install, you just open the env file and switch off anything you don't want. Only need Git, chat, and a password manager. Turn off the rest, and you've got a lean little setup running for the price of a couple of coffees a month. The whole thing is free on GitHub, links in the description. If you want a server to run it on, there's a link down there too with a discount code. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.